What influenced me? Well, definitely competition. In New York, there was when this big graffiti phenomenon happened. I mean, they went through a transitional period where, like in the early '80s, San Francisco actually got, there was punk rock scene in San Francisco. There was a lot of graffiti, but the New York style influence really hit it like in the early '80s, and it was the biggest boom of graffiti outside of New York. I think personally, there's graffiti been happening in like Pittsburgh and Philadelphia and Chicago, but nothing really ever hit big like another city like San Francisco. And because there was a competition and rivalry with the people on the other side of the city, it was just like it fueled us, and they got good and we got good, and so it was just like really a lot of competition. There were a lot of art battles, that people have to know about that, art battles, and there were also destructive battles, which the bombing battles, they would just destroy our art pieces and we would destroy their art pieces. But that was negative right there. It didn't happen much, but we did a lot of art pieces. So it kind of drove us to be better, because of the competition and stuff, I don't know, there's a flip side to it. One, it brings out the best in you, and it also brings out the worst in you, so that I can't really say that competition, is what made me, but it's a great feeling because there's nothing like it in the art world, art battles like in Germany, like in New York, like in Europe, like a bunch of German writers would go to Paris and bomb Paris, like get up as crazy as possible, as much as possible, and destroy the city. And Paris people would see like German writers everywhere. I'm like, whoa, we got to get together and go to Germany and bomb their city. So I see, it's, you can get to different cities in Europe much quicker than out here. You have to. It takes a lot. And it's kind of this art-based society out there. In Europe, but out here it's like Puritan-based, and it's illegal. It's so illegal. Thank God. A lot of people like kind of. As I grow older, I'm gonna hit 30 pretty soon, and there's not too many graffiti writers that hit 30. But when they do hit it, it's like they find out about themselves through graffiti. A lot of kids. It was just a little in thing to do. For me, it's very serious, So if you want to know more about graffiti, don't ask a little kid, who doesn't really know a lot, because a lot of the fine artists are trying to get a lot of information through little kids, and they don't really know much. I didn't know much when I was little, I wanted to piece and I wanted to bomb, I didn't know what ticked me, but now I know what ticks me. So if people want to know, I'll tell them,
It's great.